Sweet. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Get you beautiful people started. This is going to be fast. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be awesome. Adma Namaste, everyone. Adma Namaste, Christian R. Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Wednesday. There's my energetic sign. Wednesday evening. If you go below this video, if you're watching it on Facebook, we just finished the newsletter, the weekly newsletter. So it's basically a quote from my teacher, Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui, the founder of Pranic Healing and Arhatic Yoga, and then a breakdown of that quote and how you can apply one of the tools, the techniques, the teachings into your day-to-day life to improve the quality of your life using energy healing principles. So people are always asking me, dude, what is it that you actually do? What do you do? So I want to jump in real quick and show you guys a live distant pranic healing session, because I'm in an agreement to work on a person at a specific time, which is right about now. And then I want to do one other healing on somebody else distantly. And what we're going to do is do that live right now so you can actually see what it looks like. And then I'm going to head out the door to go to my Wednesday night Zouk dance instruction class with Rachel and Adayu. So maybe they're even watching. Wouldn't that be exciting? All right, so let me, how do we want to do this? How do you guys want to see me over here? All right, so what are some of the tools of the trade of a 13-year professional pranic healer? Well, number one, we got to have a salt bowl. So a salt bowl. So what's a salt bowl? Nothing magical about it. It's basically regular water with some good old-fashioned rock salt in it, like salt that you would put water softener in a pool. It's like 40-pound bag for like $6. Super, super cheap. So the congestion or the diseased energy that I'm taking off of the client, I don't want to throw it on the floor. I don't want to throw it up into the sky. And I don't want to absorb it. So we use a salt bowl to take the congestion off of the person and put it in here. So then when we're done with the healing, we treat this like a bedpan. We pour it down the toilet. Right? So that's the first tool. Energetic hygiene, guys. Keeping it clean, keeping it classy. Next tool in the armament is a laser crystal. You guys see this? So this crystal was designed by Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui many, many years ago, and it has very specific functions. Everything about it, from the length, from the width, to how many facets it has, the gold that it has in it, the point, what it's made out of, everything is specifically designed for a specific healing purpose. And there's many different types of crystals that we use in pranic healing, but this one is called a laser crystal, okay? So I'll be using that for the healing. And then also, alcohol water solution. So this has water in it and then 70% isopropyl alcohol. So it's basically 3-part water, 1 part isopropyl alcohol. So as we're doing the healing and removing the disease, congestive stress energies from the client, we're spraying the crystal, we're spraying my hand, because this acts like a, you could say Clorox bleach for the energy world, like Clorox bleach for the energy world. So it keeps my hand energetically clean, and it keeps the crystal energetically clean, right? So those are some of the major tools, and then in the background, we're going to be playing the mantra Om. So if you guys want to listen to the mantra Om while we do the healing, this is going to be relatively fast. This particular person doesn't need a lot of healing, doesn't need a lot of energy, but needs regular healing, okay? So why are we playing the Om in the background? Well, because the energy or the vibratory quality of the Om, it raises the vibration. So if you think about stress, if you think about congestion, if you think about anger, if you think about sadness or depression, does it vibrate very low or does it vibrate very high? It vibrates very, very low, right? So that mantra, Om, raises or increases the vibration where love is, happiness, enthusiasm, peace, stillness. Does that make sense? So that's what we're going to be playing in the background, so you guys can join along with that. So the beginning and end of every pranic healing session starts with a small prayer. So basically the prayer is asking God and the great ones for help, guidance, and protection to make sure that I'm doing the right thing for the person, and that the person is receptive and they get the best possible result to move their lives forward. Does it make sense? Cool? Awesome. So you guys get to watch a live pranic healing, a live distant pranic healing session. And you're going, wait a minute. Don't you need to see a picture of this person? Well, I don't need to see a picture of the person. When we start out in pranic healing, it helps to have the person physically in front of you, but even that is still distant pranic healing because you're never touching the person. As soon as you start touching a person, it no longer is pranic healing. It's some other healing modality, right? So Reiki is an energy healing modality where you can touch or not touch. There's no touch in pranic healing. So it doesn't matter if the person is 3 feet away or they're 3,000 miles away. It does not matter, okay? So let us start with the mantra. So I'm tapping into or tuning in, hey Minnie, I'm a namaste. I'm tuning into the energy of this person. Hey guys, Abba Namaste. William, Abba Namaste. Crystal, Crystal, get it? Abba Namaste. Ali, Lisa, Abba Namaste. Lucy, Abba Namaste. Jen, Abba Namaste. Vincent, Abba Namaste. So that's an example of doing a distant pranic healing session on an actual person that I believe this person's in California. I didn't get the detail of where they are. So I'm simply tapping into their energy and doing a specific protocol that I was trained many years ago. And some of you might be going, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You're just waving your hands in the air. I don't understand how that's possible. How can you affect somebody physically at a distance by waving your hands? That doesn't make any sense. Well, have you ever had the thought of somebody calling you and then shortly thereafter they call you? Yes? An indication of you being connected, right? You were just sensitive and receptive at that time. You could say, oh, it's coincidence. Possibly. What about if somebody was talking to you over the phone and they said something that didn't make you feel very good? Would it affect you emotionally? Even though they're at a distance, they said something, but it affected you emotionally. Or maybe you're talking to somebody and you pick up that something doesn't feel right. Something doesn't seem right, and you're accurate. So just because somebody's at a distance doesn't mean we can't affect them positively or negatively. Make sense? So now, let me close with that person, meaning give thanksgiving. Thank you, God, for allowing me to be an instrument of goodwill. Please let this person be properly, rapidly healed. Okay? So that's closing that healing session. So I disconnect the cord, connecting the two of us. What's up, Chenna? So I disconnect the cord between us both. Now I'm going to do another client who's an actual client of mine in California. So we're going to clean him up super, super thoroughly. So this healing is going to look a little bit different because the protocol is a little bit different. Okay? So again, what do? We have our laser crystal, so the congestion goes in the crystal, not in my hands. We have the water isopropyl alcohol solution to keep the crystal clean so it doesn't recontaminate the next person. We have a little bowl of salt water at my feet, so the congestion that I'm removing from the client, I don't absorb it, I don't throw it on the ground, I don't throw it up in the air, I put it into the salt water and then dump it into the toilet like a bedpan, okay? And this works for physical healings, broken bones, bloody noses, toothaches, sciatica, sinusitis, a lot of stuff, sprained ankles. I've used it on all kinds of things over the years. And it also works with emotional and mental disorders, anxiety, depression, anger, fear, stress, phobias. Very, very powerful, okay? Just because it's at a distance doesn't mean it doesn't work. Okay, so let's invoke for the next person. Turn that up a little bit. Sangeeta, I owe you a response. Don't worry, I'll get back to you, I promise. You guys learning something? Almost done. Marikor, Atma Namaste, Sangeeta. Sir, I've read my message on PM. Hey, Zach, Atma Namaste. Paula, Atma Namaste. Priyanka, Atma Namaste. Maybe at the right moment, someone in my relatives is very critical and hospitalized. Can you please send her healings? Christy, Atma Namaste. Kelly, Atma Namaste. Okay, so that was a quick pranic healing session at a distance, meaning the person is not physically in my healing space. They're both in California. And it may look like I'm simply holding a crystal and I'm moving my hands in the air and spraying it with alcohol. That's on one level of truth. That's the physical level of truth. There are many, 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 many other things happening on many planes, many dimensions, energetically speaking. So people who can feel energy, or people who can see energy, or people who can hear energies, so clairvoyance, clairsentience, and clairaudience, can tap into what I was doing, and they would be able to articulate, this is what was going on. And if you're a pranic healer or a hatha yogi, you also know most likely what I was doing. So it's pranic healing is very interesting healing modality to watch because it's very dynamic. So Master Choa says healing is meditation in motion. Healing is meditation in motion because you have to practice awareness. You have to practice stillness. You have to practice concentration. You can't let the mind wander because there's a specific protocol or step-by-step recipe that we follow for the particular ailment that the person has. Migraine, lower back pain, depression, anger, what have you, right? So we follow that protocol, but if I'm letting my mind just go anywhere, I'm not doing this step by step by step. It's kind of like if you were baking a cake and you're distracted when you're baking the cake. So the recipe calls for 3 eggs and you put in 1 egg. The recipe calls for 4 cups of milk and you put in 1 cup of milk. You're not going to have the desired result of a cake, right? Same thing in pranic healing. We have protocols that have been tested over and over and over and over again to be effective in helping people with physical, emotional, relationship, financial, spiritual, mental disorders and ailments, okay? While concentration is important, also awareness is very important. Because if I'm so focused on one specific part of the protocol, I could be lacking the sensitivity needed of, oh, wait a minute, something just came up. The energy's moving from here to here. There's little not so good energies moving from there to here. I might want to clean that. I might want to remove that. 80% roughly of pranic healing is cleansing a person's energy body, and about 20%, depends on the protocol, but about 20% is energizing them, right? So if somebody has stress energy, we're removing stress. We're removing congestion. We're removing irritability. We're removing anger, right? Then we supply the person with a little boost, a little what's up, Sabo? A little boost, a little oomph, a little energy of inner peace, happiness, bliss, joy, which is just helping them remind themselves of who and what they truly are. They're the soul. They're a being of divine light, divine love, and divine power, right? So that's a distant pranic healing session live, because I was like, wait a minute, I didn't do my stream today, but I also want to do these 2 healings before I head out for dance tonight. So 2 birds, 1 stone. We made it happen, and you guys got to witness what pranic healing looks like. So if you are in need of some kind of healing, which we all are, you might be thinking, well, wait a minute, Christian, do you get healing? Yes. Christian, do you do healing on yourself? Yes. Do you hire people for healing? Yes. Absolutely. Unequivocally, without exception, because we are like layers of an onion. So you're like, wait a minute, I'm never going to have stress ever again. After this healing, no more stress. I'm in a complete state of bliss and enlightenment. That would be like saying 1 shower will keep your physical body clean for the rest of your life. Is that realistic? Is it realistic to think taking 1 shower keeps you clean for the rest of your life? Eating 1 meal keeps your body full for the rest of your life? Exercising 1 time keeps your body in shape and fit for the rest of your life, right? Those are not realistic things. Same thing with energy healing. You might go, well, I'm only going to get 1 energy healing session and then I'm going to be stress-free for the rest of my life. Not realistic. Lisa, can you read animals correct? Yes, Lisa, you can read animals. There are people in pranic healing that specialize in equine healing or healing of horses using pranic healing. Or there are Reiki practitioners who specialize in equine, horses, dogs, cats. That is not my specialty. I've only healed, I think, 1 dog and 2 cats in my 13 years of doing this work. That is not my area of expertise, but same principles apply. The animal has chakras, just like a human has chakras. The animal has meridians, just like a human has meridians. The animal has an aura, just like humans have an aura. But the colors are different, the density is different, and that's pretty much it. Need help with your dog. Can you direct me? What I would recommend, hey Ted, Abba Namaste, you hear the mantra Om being played on a little fat speaker. Animals have a tendency to really, really enjoy the Om, and what did we talk about earlier? By playing the Om, it raises the vibration of the entire space. So, if you turn the Om on at home, and your dog is walking around, it's raising the vibration and it's gently cleansing the energy body of your dog. So animals, of my experience of observing them, really, really enjoy the Om. So you can practice playing the Om in the background. If you go to US, like United States, if you go to uspranichealing.com, go to the CDs, you'll find the Om right there. It's a Om symbol in yellow with a purple background. Om symbol in yellow, purple background. It's like $20, $25, okay? That's what I would first recommend. If you want to bring your your dog in for healing, you can do that. We can do the healing distantly. I'd need a little bit more information. So Lucy says, do you heal financial issues? Okay, great question. Great question. So Lucy's asking, do you heal financial issues? For those of you who are familiar with the energy anatomy, the basic chakra located at the base of the spine is the chakra of money. It deals with dynamic activity. It deals with self-preservation. It deals with survival. So people who are having financial problems, they could have a weak, underactivated, depleted basic chakra. Also, those people tend to be very depressed. So if you're having money problems, clean the basic chakra, energize the basic chakra, teach the person how to tithe, teach the person how to do service, and then over a period of time, their financial situation will go from rock bottom, dire straits, and improve. Okay? And I've seen it over and over and over and over again. We don't like to say the term heal in the sense of a cure, because I'm not a medical doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychotherapist, so I cannot legally say, oh, you're having this problem? Yes, we can cure it. Yes, we can heal it. Yes, we can. All I can say is, using the terminology of our industry, which is chakras, meridians, aura, all I can say is we can clean your energy body. We can remove poverty consciousness, lack, scarcity, fear around money, unworthiness, and then supply you with the necessary energies. But I don't say we cure this, we treat that, we prescribe this, we prescribe that, because I am not a medical doctor, but there are pranic healers who are also medical doctors. Please reply my queries if possible. Minnie says, sir, when I do healing, we should play Om. Yes, you should play the Om when you do healing. So Lucy, I hope that answers your question. I've seen miracles, literal miracles, financial miracles following certain protocols in pranic healing around prosperity. So it's very, very powerful. So anyone who is looking for physical healing, emotional healing, relationship healing, financial healing, spiritual growth and development healing, feel free to reach out at christianarlong.com/services. It's my name, christianarlong.com/services. Find the service that fits your needs, and then schedule a distant pranic healing session with me. What's up, Thea? Long time. Atma Namaste. And I look forward to assisting you in your healing process and your growth. Thank you guys very much. This is Christian Arlong, Life Enhancement Consultant, wishing you a beautiful Wednesday night. I'm going to get a bite to eat, and then I'm off to go dancing. Talk to you guys later. Bye.